Hello, boys and girls. It's Grandma with the kids. Today we have a special edition reading from my friend Lori. Lori loves peanuts, aka Charlie Brown, and I found this great book in my basement. The basement is actually my book workshop. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, it's very windy today, and it's cold and rainy, but I love it out here on the porch where it's quiet. Okay, it wouldn't be the same if Grandma didn't have her boots on. So let's look at this. When Grandma puts her boots on, what do you think's happening here? Does anyone know the name of the characters in Charles Schulz's books, Peanuts? And why do you think he chose to call his books, or the children in them, Peanuts? You think because some people call little children little peanuts? I don't know why, but I'm going to find out. There's a lot we can find today. A lot of research available on the computer. Okay. Here goes. It was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown, by Charles M. Schulz. Oh, it looks like some little child did some artwork in this book. It was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown, by Charles M. Schulz. Oh, there's little Snoopy. Hi, Snoopy. Happy Snoopy. Does anyone know who this is? On the first day of school, the assignment given to the class was to write a 500-word theme on what they did during the past summer. Linus raised his hand and asked, "How do you teachers keep coming up with these great new ideas?" So there we have Linus. I love those desks. I love the drawings. Does anyone know who this is? English essay, What I Did This Summer. That evening, Charlie Brown tried to work on his theme and soon found it to be harder than he had thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 492 words to go. Sigh. Uh-oh, there comes the wind. Let's see if I can do a good job holding the book down today. Linus wasn't doing too much better, but he remembered how the summer began. English theme, title, What I Did This Summer. This summer, I went to camp. Anyone know who that girl is? Her name is Lucy. Hey, great news! Guess what? I've just signed everyone up for summer camp. Camp? Everyone? Absolutely, declared Lucy. There's to be no discussion, and you needn't feel it necessary to thank me. Camp, shrieked Linus. You won't catch me going to any summer camp. They always have those camps out in the woods. someplace, and those woods are full of queen snakes. Have you ever been chomped by a queen snake, Charlie Brown? Boy, you get chomped by a queen snake and you've had it. You won't get me near any woods full of queen snakes. No, sir, not me. So it sounds like Lucy's a little bossy. Look at their faces. Huh? Look at those vibrant colors. In spite of all the complaints, all of the kids showed up at the bus. Oops. In spite of all the complaints, all of the kids showed up at the bus depot the next day. It's so windy today, boys and girls. My hair keeps blowing in front of my eyes. But that's okay. The wind feels nice. Let's see if I can push my hair back. Okay. And Snoopy included himself in the invitation. He seemed to have more baggage than everyone. What a character. So funny. He was very enthusiastic about the trip and even tried out the bus driver's seat just to see what it would be like to drive such a huge vehicle. Oops. 2 pages. Oh boy. The boys had a terrible time getting into the bus, but the girls, under the direction of Peppermint Patty, formed a line and marched very smartly up the steps. Lucy, being sort of in charge of everything, had made Peppermint Patty her #1 assistant. What do you think Charlie Brown's thinking? So there we have it, Lucy and Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty, Lucy's #1 assistant. Funny. The camp turned out to be a very nice place with wooden framed tents on each side of a small lake. The boys settled down in one set of tents and the girls in the other. Charlie Brown tried to give a demonstration on bed making, but it wasn't very good. Snoopy, however, showed them how to make a bed so tight that you could bounce a quarter on it. Go Snoopy. The first camp activity was a swimming challenge, which pitted the boys against the girls. The boys swam like they were still climbing into the bus, and the girls had no difficulty at all beating them out to the raft and back. It was a crushing defeat for the overconfident boys, but Charlie Brown tried to cheer them up by saying, "Don't be discouraged. It isn't like we lost a ball game or something really important. In fact," he continued, "that gives me an idea. Why don't we challenge the girls to a softball game? We know we could beat them playing ball." This didn't turn out to be true, however, for the girls, led by Peppermint Patty's great hitting, easily defeated the boys, which made them more discouraged than ever. Snoopy's so funny. That night, they sat around the campfire, toasting marshmallows and feeling sorry for themselves. Snoopy had his own special method. In fact, Snoopy sort of led a life of his own, making his own meals and sleeping in a little tent by himself. Gotta love Snoopy. The competition continued the next day when Roy came running up to Charlie Brown and said, "Hurry, Charlie Brown, they're having a canoe race." "We're going to win this canoe race, Snoopy, or die trying." Paddling furiously, he said, "I'm going to paddle and paddle and paddle." Look at that determination on his face. About 5 minutes later, however, he collapsed from exhaustion, but then suddenly sat up and said, "I wonder if we won." "No," declared Roy, "but you got 4 feet from the dock." Now Charlie Brown himself was dejected. If there was only some way we could beat the girls at something. And then he noticed Snoopy and Linus doing a little arm wrestling, and it suddenly came to him that this might be the answer. "Boy, why didn't I think of this before?" He gathered all the boys around a table and said, "I propose that we issue a challenge to those girls across the lake to have a wrist wrestling contest." "The masked marvel here will be our champion." Snoopy immediately began doing exercises to prepare himself for the big event. The girls, of course, readily accepted the challenge and put forth Lucy as their champion. It looked like it was going to be a great match. The two contestants faced each other at the corner of a table and locked hand and paw. They strained with all their might and glowered fiercely at each other, but neither could seem to put the other arms down. The other's arm down. Suddenly, Snoopy leaned across the table and kissed Lucy on the nose. Somebody colored Lucy. Foul! Foul! She cried. This stupid masked marvel fouled. I'm the winner. I won. So in conclusion, Linus wrote in his theme, I must say that it was a difficult summer. I got an A on my vacation paper, Charlie Brown, said Linus. What did you get? I got a C minus. It was kind of a short summer, wasn't it, Charlie Brown? Yes, said Charlie Brown, and it looks like it's going to be a long winter. The end. That was a fun book. I liked it. Okay, boys and girls. Until next time. Bye-bye. Love you.